Hey guys, welcome to my series on how to become a streamer. Today's video is on how to make a thumbnail, and I'll be going over the basics of what I think you guys should know on how to make a thumbnail and improve your thumbnails, and overall just learn how to make better eye-catching thumbnails. Now there's two softwares that I recommend. Number one being Photoshop, which I'll open up right now down here. Photoshop is amazing if you can afford it or find it online. How you do that's up to you, but it's a very expensive piece of software to have, but definitely recommended if you have the money or access to it. Now I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes here because I'm recording this live, but another one is Gimp, and Gimp is completely free, and I use this at the beginning, and it's pretty much, in my opinion, just as good as Photoshop, except it's not like the standard for graphic design or anything like that. It's a really good software, and it just takes a little extra steps, and if you know one, you'll do really well in the other. So both skills transfer side by side. They both just have a little bit different ways of doing this. So let's get started right into the video on how I would go about making a thumbnail in Photoshop. So as soon as I open Photoshop, I would go to File and I'd make a new, and I'd make a preset, right? I'd make a preset like this. I go, I put my width to, you want your width in pixels, make sure you put this in pixels, and you want it to be 1920, and then your height as well in pixels at 1080. And then I like 300 dots per pixels per inch, that's just me. And then 8-bit and RGB color. And then background, I always do transparent. These are my settings. And then after I have that settings, I click Save Preset. I name the preset YouTube Thumbnail, as I've done here already, made YouTube. And then I title my thing. So right now, I'm gonna make a, let's just say Fortnite, no, I'll do a Fortnite thumbnail. Oops, thumb. Alright, so I'll go okay, done. So now you have this thumbnail. It's perfect for YouTube. This is the exact size you want for YouTube. It should look like this. Now this is your move tool, and you'll learn shortcuts like V is for move tool. This is your magnetic tool for your you'll see how I use that. It pretty much allows you to do masks and things like that. And then over here you have your layers, just like all editing software does. You have your filters panel, just pretty much basic stuff if you're not used to that, and you have text down here. So the main ones you're going to need to know how to use is your move, your text, and then blend options. So those are the things you're going to need to know most, and I'll take you through anything else that I use. So you're going to need a background for your thumbnail, and I use this text. I'm going all over the place. This text up here, I use Obelix Pro. You can add. So first things first, we're going to go and add the text that you guys want. So you're going to go to DaFont, and DaFont is great for cool fonts. The fonts that Photoshop has are nice, but for I 100% recommend you getting this as your text. So you have OBE, and you'll find this right here, and I recommend you click download. So once you click download, you can install it. I'm gonna do a different one. I'll go like Oberon so you guys can see what happens, and you'll get a zip file down here. And I'm just doing the full everything you actually need to know, because I could obviously do this in a few seconds. Why is this happening? This has never happened to me. Alright, so then you click, I don't know if you can highlight them all. I've never done that before. No, but you can click the top one, is usually the basic version, and you click install. I'll install it just for this purpose. And once it's installed, you might have to reboot your Photoshop, but once it's installed, you can uninstall every single one of these because they are all different types and have different like effects on them of the same font, and now you have it installed. So I don't know if you have to redo it. I'll go O. Oh, should be able to go like this. Why aren't you working? Oh, Oberon. So it's already in here. So if I type, there's a font there. So I didn't have to restart, but sometimes you do. So just keep that in mind. So voila, I have the text I want to use. I'm going to use the other one, but that shows you guys how to add font. The font is completely free, so highly recommend that. So now I'm going to use the Fortnite. Type Fortnite into Google here. Go to images. Voila. And I want something that's like scenery. I don't generally want anything that has like arrows already on it or something that's super close up. You can, but I recommend you use something that's kind of scenery. So I'll go first. Thing I do is put 1080p. So I'll put 1080, and this will come up with like a proper resolution. It gives you this resolution. You want a photo that has that down there, 19. That matches up with your pixelation, 1920 by 1080. That's very important so the resolution doesn't get stretched when you send it in. So we'll use something like so finding a photo is actually kind of like a pain in the butt. We're gonna use this one here, and you want to right click and click save as image. Make sure it says JPEG, and then name it something you're actually gonna remember. Fortnite landscape's actually pretty good, so I'm gonna save it as that. Okay, so now that's done, you're gonna go to your file and you're gonna click place. Now you have to find the file. For me, these files go to my downloads, just where I have them, and you'll find that file. Now sometimes it doesn't always fit it correctly, so you can just like refit it yourself, like by clicking on that, and it automatically puts it. And you'll see it has these X's and these dots. You just want to click enter, and now it's placed. So now the photo is in your Photoshop. So I make templates for some of my videos depending if I'm doing a series. So first I'm going to show you how I'd make a basic template for any video. Usually I do this for my Halo Wars videos, even though they're not that popular. I still like to do them. So I'll show you guys what I do. I click here, right here, lasso, and I do my own polygonal lasso tool, right? I click the bottom right hand corner. I go over a few, try to make that line straight, and then I go up, and this is completely straight. I just want to make it at an angle that is thick enough, like that. And then I'll go down. Doesn't matter how I do it as long as I link it here. I'm gonna make that. Usually I should make that a new layer. I'm gonna make that a new layer. So we're gonna go like that. I'm gonna go deselect. See, I make mistakes still. So you're gonna want to you're gonna want to image. Where are you? Where are you? New layer. You're going to Control Shift Control N is a new layer, and you just click OK, and then you click on that layer. Make sure it's highlighted. Don't double click it like I did, and then you're gonna do exactly what I did there 2 seconds ago. Ooh boy. Done. Now I'm gonna go take this bucket tool. Where are you, bucket? Oh, I can't find you. That's very strange. Hold on. Might be in the paints. Where are you? I swear I know what I'm doing. I do this all the time. Honestly, where is the bucket? Oh, there we are, in the gradient. So the gradient tool looks like the bucket tool sometimes. I don't know why. That's never happened to me before. That's very strange on my end. And I'm going to pick a nice blue color. So just because Fortnite has blue, I'm going to try to match it to something like that. You can always go like that and pick like a nice blue from the actual screen there. And then I take this bucket here, click on it, and bang. You're going to have this. That doesn't look too nice. So what you're going to do is you're going to go blending options. You're going to go the basic blending options default here, and you're going to bring the opacity down to like maybe 70. We'll do 70%. For now, and then you're simply just going to do the same thing again. Shift Control N to ask you if you want to make a new layer. You're going to say yes, and you're going to click that layer again, and you're going to click the pentagonal lasso tool here, and just going to want to go like this, and you want to make sure it's right on that line of where they meet up because you don't want it to be too sloppy, and bang. And now I'm going to go. I'll pick like a nice, let's see what color. Double click, find a nice color. You can do like a blue, deep blue. and then you're gonna fill. I usually do red, black, and white. So we're gonna keep this at 70, and then we'll do this one last time. So before, I'm gonna go like this, make it, and then no pixels were selected. Shift Control N for another new layer. And if I don't like this, I can completely just wipe it out. That's the best part about this. I'm gonna do it again. I'll do a sharp one, and I'm gonna do white, and I'm gonna fill it, and I'm gonna put it down to 50. Blending options to 70%. Done, right? And you click select, deselect. You can do Control D if you're not comfortable. So I have something similar here. It looks pretty decent, not too bad. I have this all set at 70, and they're all separate layers, so I can take them off whenever I want without deleting them. Just so you guys know, so now it's a template. So I have full control. So now I want to add text. So I made that look fancy. So that was like really fancy things, just so you guys can upscale. You can do all kinds of different designs and patterns like that, and it just makes the whole thing look a lot better. Now you're gonna add your text. I'm gonna change my text to what I actually like here. What I actually use is this Obelix Pro, and I'd be like Fortnite thumbnail tutorial or guide. Now you can see this is way too much, so you're gonna go. Should be able to go. Control. I can't remember now. You can go like this and highlight it all and make it really small. Like make it 12. Sometimes I make mistakes here. I'll make 12. All right, Fortnite guide. Right? Done. Right? Looks good. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger here. Gonna bring it up to 24, and then I'm just gonna stretch that out so the lines can go like that. I'm gonna grab this, push it up. Now watch. Right here, it's created a new layer for its text, so the text isn't actually on the previous layer. It's on a separate layer. 1 second. So what you can do is right-click that.
Sheldon Davis.
Hey.
Hello there.
You can right-click that.
Well, how you doing, Davis?
And then you guys can click stroke.
Fuck
and then
me.
click the stroke and bring it up here and make it a little bit thicker, and that makes it outlined. You can do all kinds of different things. You can add a drop shadow. I suggest you bring it to like 45 degrees and then increase the distance.
Fuck
Done.
me.
So that's not too bad. Fortnite PNG tutorial. I am trying to play, bro. I just literally need to do this. And you can do click Thanos and make sure it has that checkered background, and you click save as, and this is super important. See how the pixels are really small there? You don't want that photo. The resolution is too small. It'll make your image look really bad. So you want to do something like maybe, no, not too good. Like maybe this guy. This guy's high resolution, and then you can click save as, and then make sure it says PNG down here, and it usually says PNG anything. You need a Fortnite Angel, Stone Angel. What you want to play, bro? Stone Angel. And then you're gonna go into Photoshop, File, Place, find the Stone Angel, and bring him in. Now you're gonna, before you move it, you're gonna hold Shift so it keeps its sizing. And you can move him now. Now you can move him. So you can move him like this, and he makes a lot more sense. Now you can see he doesn't look that sexy, so you're just gonna right click that, go blending options, add a stroke, and make it white. Make the stroke white and increase the stroke just a touch, just to give him that little bit of a glow there. Gives him makes him pop a little bit more. Now say if you have a logo like I do, you can place a logo or something else over here. You can do something like this, hold it, move it, oh, don't do that, move it, and then again, blending options is so huge. Place it, blending options, and I'm gonna add a stroke, make it a little bit bigger, like that, and then I'm gonna go Control T, and then hold Shift again, and move it over here. Done. So this is not the best thumbnail, and what you can do now to make it pop a little bit more is click here, go blending options on the actual background photo, click stroke. Now you're not gonna see anything. You want to put inside, and you'll see a lot of GTA people do this. Instead of color normal, you're gonna go to gradient, and then you're gonna click this. Done. Now that really makes this pop. Finally, all you have to do is go to Save As, and go down here and click JPEG, not JPEG 2000 or JPEG Stereo. You want JPEG right here, and then it will already be named for you because you did it earlier, and you can click Save. Maximum quality. Definitely go as high as you can. Just go ridiculously high quality, and then click OK. And now you'll see I'll have my file saved over here, pictures, and you'll find my thumbnail that I can upload to YouTube. So the second last thing you're going to want to do is go up here to File. After you've already saved the thumbnail as a JPEG, go down to Save As, and then you're going to want to save it as the Photoshop file, the PSD. If you're on Gimp or following this hoping to use Gimp in the future, it's going to be like an XCF or XFC file. It'll have a little Gimp little icon beside it. So that's how you'd save it there to make a template. And the reason we're saving as a Photoshop file on Photoshop, obviously, is so that I'm gonna replace this. So that if I want to change something later, like the text, make it Fortnite shooting guide, and I can change this character now. I can remove this character, actually delete this character, add a new character over here with a gun, and then maybe I'll change the text style, and maybe I'll change the color of these panels. I can simply go in and change the color of these panels in like a matter of a few seconds. So you can go in and have the same kind of format for a series. You can put the same border around the same series. Like maybe you have like a performance guide series, and you have shooting, aiming, building, and landing better maybe, or farming mats better. You can make the guide thumbnails look all similar, so they know, hey, I remember watching a video like this, but this one's different. It must still be educational and be for me. So this is definitely a good way to make thumbnails and lighten your workload for making thumbnails, because thumbnails can take anywhere from like 5 to like 20 minutes depending on how much work you're putting into them. So just keep that in mind, and it's definitely one of the most important key components. So last but not least, actually uploading it to YouTube. It's kind of fairly simple. Once you have a video, you upload it. You're going to upload something like this, upload a video, and then I'll just pick any kind of video. Right, you're going to want to upload, and then you're going to want to go down here, and it's going to say thumbnails, thumbnails. You're going to click custom thumbnail, go to where you have it in your files, click that, and voila, it will load up that thumbnail, as you can see. And then click save or publish, and then save, and that will then be finished. So guys, that concludes my tutorial on how to make a thumbnail. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.